Race 7. The Ridges Parramatta Benchmark 80 Handicap. Oh, he's yours. Marinsky Reef. Had support 15 to 11. O'Reilly's Prize 12 to 11. Honourable Aussie 9. That Brave Animal Peck $7. Thubian. How do you pronounce that? Thubian?
Thubian.
$5. Exceeding Exalt $7. Sables 11. Blazing Dragon 16. Kua Claim.
He might be scratched.
480.
Will he be scratched or
what?
Kua Claim because he ran yesterday.
Oh, possibly. He might back him up. He's backed those sort of horses up in the past.
Yeah.
On a quick backup.
This is an average race. I settled on Honourable Aussie. I thought his run last start was good. That's last Saturday. He sort of was...
He did the work, didn't he?
He did the donkey work.
He was a pack horse, yeah.
Yeah, he was a pack horse. He backs up here. He gets out to the right distance and... Mate, I just thought, fourth up from the spell, he was a one that sort of invited a bet more than any other horse in a race. I think most of them are fairly exposed so far, and this is the one that I could have something on at that price. But not overly. I'm not going to be charging in.
I'm on Exceeding Exalt. Thought he worked home pretty well there the other day. Steps up from the mile to the 2000. I think he's looking for that trip. Just going to need a little bit of luck from barrier 8 in the early stages, but if he can get that, $7. That'll do me in this race. I'm a bit with you. It's not a race I'm overly fussed on, so...
Yep.
Couldn't back... there's a lot here I couldn't back, but, yeah, no, he's the one for me. Yep.
What about $7 for Peck? That's just...
Oh, he'll win a race one day. But, you know, that 7-day back up for this horse, as I said, up to the 2000, he's looking for this. And yeah, Waller Stable's going good. Robel's riding well. $7, yeah, that's me. But I won't be jumping over old ladies to get there, I can assure you. Did that once at Port Macquarie. Cup day, long time ago. Horse called Impeachable.
Oh, wow.
Good story, one of my favourites. Anyway, I'm not telling it now. The last race, New Breed Racing, Benchmark 80, 1100 metres. Alrighty. Next, the Universe 15, Miss Marks 12, Emotional Circus 5, 11 to Bell, 12 Ingham Magic, All About Glory, don't worry about it, Urgent Bell 6, 750, Rushing to Win, Pentasia 650, Don't Blink 9.
First thing I'll say is, looking at the price, it's not my tip, but Miss Marks is over the odds at $12.
Only trialled average.
Trialled average, but she's a handy horse. She's gone to David Van Dyke from John O'Shea. It's interesting.
Yep. I think it's had a change of ownership, mate.
Yeah, it looks like it. The colours are different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's had a change of ownership.
Okay.
It's now with Ian Smith and Edinburgh Park.
There you go. Mate, I've gone Emotional Circus. I think she looked like a really nice filly for Jason Coyle when she won up at Scone. That was a really, really good win. And her effort behind Pampelone, a few starts back in the Gosford Guineas, was good. I think she probably just had enough by the time she got to the June Stakes last start. She's fresh here. Sometimes it's always a question mark when those 3-year-olds come into the older grade. But as we saw last week with Strawberry Boy, when you put them in a benchmark race like this, a benchmark 80, these are the kind of races that they can win first up. I think she'll
Don't worry about her, she's a stakes horse.
Yeah, I think she'll be going on to win better races than this. I think the $5 is a very, very good price for her. This is not a particularly good field.
Yeah, 59.5. Just how quickly she's going to pick up, but because she's going to get back and she's going to sprint home. That's the query. I found it too.
There's pace in the race, mate.
Yeah,
plenty of
they
pace.
should get along here. She's a good mare, this, and she'll measure up to the older class mare races in the right race. I'm not saying she's a Group 1 horse, but those couple of wins were excellent. They were impressive. They were wins of a better horse. Kept her up for the June Stakes. It was on a slow track, which didn't suit. She's better on firm ground, where she can unleash that turn of foot. But she's a big and strong enough animal to lump a bit more weight than normal horses, and just going to need a little bit of luck at the right time. Barrier 2, hopefully the track's not down the outside by then. But If
Yep.
it's fair and everything's fair, I think she's the one that they're all going to have to stop.
Yeah.
So I'm with you there, 100%.
Beautiful.
All right, what are you doing?
The best, I like Norzita in the second. I think Piero, I know it sounds funny, $2.20 is value.
No, it doesn't sound funny. It makes sense. It was like Moment of Change was value at $3 last week.
And he was too. You hit the nail on the head. I think Piero, you can charge into him and lock him into doubles and whatever else. Do it with Norzita, do it with Emotional Circus, and I reckon do it with Glencaddam Gold. And I reckon one of those other three will drop and you'll be getting at least $10 on the double.
Yeah, no best for me this week. I'm not that fussed on this movie.
We're going to do a quick Melbourne.
We'll have a look at a couple of races down south.
Yep.
A couple of the spring pointers as such. We'll have a quick look at the McNeil Stakes because I know you've got an opinion. One of your horses are there.
Yep.
Race 4, which is over 1,200 metres.
Yep.
I'll just give you a couple of quick prices. Amarino's 10 to 9, Elite L 280, Cabayan 5, Prono 9, Sham Express 10, If I Could 850, and the rest are all bigger than that.
Yeah, obviously Cabayan's the one I'm on here. I think the $5 you look back and say it was good value in a field like this. Probably be better when he gets out to 1,400 and 1,600 metres. I think he's a serious horse. There's a sign of intent from the stable sending him down to Melbourne first up here. And, you know, they wanted to keep him apart from Piero as well, so...
Would make sense.
Which would make sense, yep. It's also a sign that the horses, obviously, they've got an opinion of him as well. You know, he's not just...
He ran second in a Group 1, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I'm just sort of saying that, I guess the angle I'm wondering if he's going as well.
Well, he's probably looking for a little bit more ground than 1,400 of a Golden Rose, so I think, you know, get him down there and get him ready and give him every conceivable chance at those, you know, those sort of races.
Well, they're not ruling him out of the Golden Rose. I know talking to you last night on the phone, we were having a chat about why would he be going to Melbourne if he's going to come back for the Rose, but...
It would be absolutely ridiculous.
It's Guri.
It would be absolutely ridiculous.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
It's only a Group 3. Like, why would you send him down there to give him a run to preparing for it? You could do that at home in a 6-horse field. Like, he's been beaten before. It's not as if it's going to matter if he gets beaten.
I think the fact
he's a gelding, like he's not a colt, so we're not talking stutter pearl. We're talking about giving him every conceivable chance to win the maximum amount of prize money.
Yeah. He's there, and I like the fact that they've booked Nolan, they booked him early.
I'm with Amarino. A little bit awkward draw, but this bloke's, he's a good horse, don't worry about that. Go back to his early 2-year-old form. He tailed up Rosambo. Well, I know he's taken forever to get going, Rosambo, but he is a stakes winner. He then came out at Rosehill, and it was back in, it was New Year's Eve actually. They ran along in that, they flew in it. 103.87 for the 1100, pre-New Year 2-year-old race is flying. And he just kept going, and that was with 57 kilos. He then ran in the Magic Millions. He only ran 6, beaten 3 lengths. I think he was your favourite. He was close to it. $7 to 360. But mate, just forget him after that. I reckon it ripped the guts out of him, that run at Rosehill. And then he was below Piero in the Slipper and in the Todman. I'm ignoring the last 3 runs. I'm judging him off the previous 2. And off those previous 2, if he came into that race with those previous 2 starts next to his name, he'd be $4 here. I think $9 is great value. Thought his trial was good enough. I wouldn't say it was super duper. I thought Tatra trialled better than him. Yep. But, you know, Tatra ran well first up.
Bit unlucky as well.
Yeah, I'm all over Amarino here. You know, this is his ball game. 1,200 metres is him. Cabayan's a miler.
Yep.
It does carry residual fitness from Brisbane, and Toydini's sort of made that TJ Smith form look okay with his performance in the up and coming. Yeah, for me, it's Amarino. And I'm probably more keen having a bet on Amarino there on Saturday than anything else anywhere.
Okay, there you go.
Don't want to be on a lead L at $2.80.
No.
I think that's just, hopefully that's in the Racenet lays this week. I know it's 4 from 4, but dead 4, heavy 9, slow 7, heavy 10.
Stinks of making it, doesn't it?
You know, outside, like, you know, fillies in the stakes race, and just stinks of it getting beat.
So you're going Amarino?
Amarino, $9, $8, $9. Good price. Good price. Worthy bet, that.
All right. Well, I think they've taken Cobain down there, mate, because it's a race that he can win. And I think that's why he's gone there.
It's a race they think he can win.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. Might be wrong. Been wrong before. Wouldn't be the last time. Okay. The Memsie Stakes, 1,400 metres.
I was wrong there last Saturday, and I
Heart
still
of
owe you
Dreams.
something.
What
too.
for?
The old pinwheel.
Oh,
lights.
don't.
No, we're doing it.
Don't
I've
do that.
brought it in today. It's the square up.
Mate, Heart of Dreams, $9. Sincero, $4.40 out from 4. Wall Street, $17. Midas Touch, need one. Lucky Grey, $4.40 out to $4.60 and $4.20. Rekindled Interest, $4.80 to $6.50. Green Moon, 6 to 8. Second Effort, 11 to 13. And Happy Trails, 15 into 13.
What did you make of Lucky Grey first up?
Travelled like the winner. When they went to let him down on the wet track, the old theory of greys being mudlarks didn't work.
Yep.
Thought he went good enough, but he travelled up like he was just going to blow him out of the water.
Yep.
But when he gave him his head, he just floundered.
Yeah. He's the kind of horse that we might look back and think, geez, 420 was a gimme in this kind of race for him.
You think?
Could do.
He's a good horse, but
Yet to prove himself.
I don't think 420 about it, you know. Mate, he won a WA Group 1. Well, Sincero's won 2 at Weight for Age.
Exactly.
Sorry. Yeah, that's won a Stradbroke, and he's 440, so I wouldn't say I think it's a fair price.
All right. I think Green Moon is a very good horse.
Yes,
and I think
it is a good horse.
A very good horse. I know he's stating the obvious. He's run second in the Caulfield Cup.
Want to blame me first up?
Want to blame me first up. I think he's a little bit underrated, and I think this is the kind of race he could definitely win first up, even though it's probably short of his best. I've promised myself that I'd back these imported horses resuming for the Aussie trainers, and I'd just follow on throughout the spring. And so we're talking about that, is it Voila Ichi for Pete Moody and Sanagas for Bart.
Tell you what, geez, I hope you got big deep pockets. Every second horse when you import these days.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of them around, but I reckon that we'll get a couple dropping at big prices throughout the spring. So I'll be having something on them, and I'll probably have something on Green Moon.
All right. Really good race. It's a race you want to watch 10 times just to work out what's going on with these horses heading into the carnival. Sincero, taking him down there early. Thought his first trial was unreal behind Some Pin Anypin. Not so sure about his second one. But in saying that, I've seen a lot of horses that trial really good the first time, and they just don't seem to have that same arrogance in their second trial. But it doesn't tend to affect them. I won't be on him, but at 440. Just want to watch him at Caulfield. And just a couple of times, his couple of starts there at Caulfield last campaign, he just got lost when they went down their side. And
yeah.
So I don't want to be on him at the price, but I'm going to watch him with very good interest. If he only had the one trial coming into this, I probably would have backed him.
Yep.
I just thought, he's your back, mate.
Yeah.
And, you know, this time he's going to be given every... Look, ignore his runs over the 2,000 metres going into last Cox Plate when judging from a Cox Plate perspective this year, all right? Steve Farley will admit he probably erred by keeping him in Sydney for the Epsom and then putting him on a float that night to take him down, all right, after a run on a heavy track with a big weight or a wet track with a big weight. It just flattened him and just took the stuffing out of him. This time he's straight down there early. Excuse me. He's settling into Melbourne. He's going to be given every conceivable chance. And I do think he's back and he's going well. But I just want to watch him in this. Wall Street, no, my lucky day, I'll watch him. Midas Touch, knee what. Lucky Grey Barrier 12 turns me off him. Where's he going to get to in the run? Well, he gets back anyway, but, you know, at Caulfield you can be 24 wide there, coming around the corner.
Yep.
I want to be on the horse here. I want to be on the Cox Plate horse. Ran third in a Cox Plate. He's drawn Barrier 3. So he's run third in the best weight for age race in Australia. He's drawn Barrier 3. He's produced very well fresh in the past. He gets Stephen Arnold aboard, and I'm getting $6.50. Against some stayers warming up, against a Perth horse who we're still trying to line up against these horses, against a Sydney horse having his first run of the campaign at Caulfield.
Yep.
I think it's a great price. Rekindled interest from me. Green Moon, looking forward to seeing him. Then you've got Sanagas. Happy Trails. Oh, he's one of mine, but not here. He'll get back. He'll run on. Which is the stayer? All right, which is the stayer that's going to be running on with the flashing light?
Niwot.
Niwot. No, second up, Niwot. Second up him, mate.
He might go
second
right
up, hopefully they take them. Is there anything coming up at Flemington for him? Second up at a mile would be lovely at Flemington.
What about the Maccabi Diva?
Yeah, that's Niwot.
That's Niwot.
That's Niwot. I'll be having something on him there second up at the big odds. Because you watch, he'll be big odds there. Now, there's one for you. If he does go to Flemington, that horse, and he's second up at a mile, he always goes great for second up. They'll put up probably $60, $70 in first markets. Just have something small on him.
There you go. I think the two stayers I mentioned, they're the ones I'll be following. Viola Ichi and Sanagas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Back in both each
I don't know. There's probably Green Moon will be, I'd say.
But will he, I don't know, will he be running on or will he just be up there pumping?
I don't know he'd be up there pumping. He's heading towards some bigger races. I
can see him being sort of one off the rail with a trail.
Possibly. From barrier 5, he shouldn't be too far away. But
and it's not like there's abundance of pace in the race.
Yeah. No, rekindled interest for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a good point.
Definitely rekindled interest. And looking forward to seeing Harder Dreams too, back on a firmer surface. Ignore his first up run. He goes better on those firmer tracks.
All right.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so, no. I've got nothing really to report.
All right. That's it. Okay, so your best were?
What, we going back over Sydney or Melbourne?
Just give us your best again. What was your best? Pierre at the 220. Good
Pierre
price.
at the 220.
Yeah, fair enough.
Charge
not
into
going to bag that.
It's one of those days where you could probably do a bundle, so take it.
I didn't have any best in Sydney, but mine are Amarino and rekindled interest. I'm pretty keen on both of them. So
there you go.
All right, that's it. Us done. Chelmsford Stakes Day next week. Much better meeting. More stakes race. More good horses. Look forward to that. Hope you back plenty of winners on the weekend, and we'll be back next week. Good luck.